everybody. Thank you for joining us for the We Are Flora Pearl podcast. I'm your host, Zahreia Robinson, and this is the 6th episode titled Just Codes Be Like. I brought my gorgeous guest back with me today. So once again, I'm here with Dynasty Johnson.
Hey, everybody.
And Maegan Brown.
Hi, guys.
How y'all feeling?
Fantastic.
Great.
Good. So like always, to start this off on a high note, I wanted to play a quick game. This time we're going to bring a game back that we already played. Fact or fiction. Y'all remember what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Who wants to go first?
Okay, I'll go. First one is that I have waist-length hair.
Okay.
And the second one is that I'm wearing socks right now.
Girl, that's random. I don't know.
You got on top. That's the fact.
You don't got waist-length. No.
That's kind of racist of y'all saying somebody don't have waist-length hair.
I'm guessing.
I haven't seen it.
The socks thing was the fact. Y'all know my hair is like 2 inches long.
Go ahead, Dynasty.
I like vanilla more than chocolate. And my favorite subject is English.
I think it's the English one. That's the truth.
You like school?
I have to say it like that. Yeah, I enjoy education, you know, the start of the life I want to have. English is the fact. And I do not like vanilla over chocolate. Like, what?
Vanilla is better than chocolate, but whatever.
What? Man! You good, sis?
Are you okay?
Have y'all had chocolate? Like, y'all know how nasty. Okay.
Sometimes you be taking like medicine, but
It just don't. It's not always good. Like, it's so hit or miss. But vanilla is always good.
Okay. When I went into the bank, I asked the cashier if they get robbed a lot. Not the cashier, the lady at the thingy. Or
why you say?
Why she looking at me like that? Or I made a rant about how many sodas are a ripoff.
I think that's
my friends.
Because that's so Zahreia. That's something you would do. What was the first one? I
went into a bank and asked them, do y'all get robbed a lot?
That's something Zahreia would do too.
Right.
That's a hard one. I'm gonna still go the second one.
I think that one's true.
Yeah.
That's false.
What?
I did do a rant, but I didn't do it to my friends. I talked to myself.
Got it.
On to what's really real. So to start this conversation off, I have a small clip I want you guys to hear.
Well, the whole school saw it. Now the principal tonight is apologizing after getting a lot of complaints that it was sexist and also that it sent the wrong message to students.
In a letter to parents, Principal Will Skelton explained that a fashion show that demonstrates what to wear and what not to wear didn't happen. Quote, we believed a video would be a good way to replace the fashion show, but this video absolutely missed the mark. In Catherine Mooring's eyes, the video shows a double standard in the student dress code and how society treats men and women.
We should be more educated on women's rights. We should be more educated on sexualization and rape culture, because that's what all of this really boils down to, is that somewhere a group of people agreed that this was okay to show, and there wasn't one person who said, you know, maybe we shouldn't do this.
The principal also told parents, I'm a firm believer that when you make a mistake, you own it, you apologize, and you make it right.
So what are your thoughts after listening to that clip?
First of all, like, there's nothing wrong with what they have on. Nobody wants to put jeans on every day. Jeans are uncomfortable. But outside of that, I agree with what I was saying about the song. All of it is awful, but the song was the worst part. This is really, like, pushing the narrative that you're a bad student because you don't dress the way the school wants you to dress. And I don't. Like, that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like the video should have been made in the first place, honestly. Like, nothing in the video was bringing awareness to nothing or protesting anything. But to me, ignorance.
Yeah, they said they made that instead of like a fashion show or something. Yeah, clearly they was trying to send a message, I guess.
They got a bunch of backlash from people saying this is stupid.
Do you guys feel the dress code for school is sexist?
Do I think it's sexist? Yes. I mostly think it's sexist when it comes to like the shorts and stuff, because I be seeing them with the Liberty like lens cross shorts and all that, and they literally are booty shorts. I just know if I was to put some on like that, it would be a problem.
I do, and again, I don't, in the sense of comparing the guys' clothing to ours and calling ours more inappropriate because of body parts and gender. On the other side, I don't think it's sexist because some schools just want to concentrate on academics and their studies more than student wardrobes, or I guess the whole purpose of dress codes is to help us focus, since having your shoulders out is such a distraction
Yeah, I agree with what Zahreia was saying. I don't think none of the people had on is distracting. Like, if my kneecaps are that distracting, like that, I'm not your problem. Like, that's ridiculous.
Maegan, you called Dynasty me.
Oh yeah, my bad.
No, I agree. I don't really know if it's sexist. I just don't think that. Yeah, pretty much what y'all said. If it's distracting, it's distracting, I guess. Which I don't really get how. Yeah, that's weird. But that's on to our next question. A lot of people's reasoning as to why the dress code may be harder on girls and guys is because apparently little boys are more likely to be distracted by girls showing skin than a girl would to a guy showing skin. What are your thoughts on this reasoning, and do you think it's a valid reason why or why not?
I feel like this kind of an outdated way of thinking because not only does it act like gay people just don't even exist, it's like it's not 1946 where it's nothing else to do but go around and get girls pregnant and my ankle is showing Tommy's gonna want to impregnate me. Like it's just that's just not even how it is anymore. Like I just don't think that that's modern.
Exactly. Literally in the 21st century, a bunch of double standards.
I do think it's outdated, like Maegan said. It definitely is outdated because of our generation now is so different. Guys liking guys, girls liking girls, very open about it. But I think the whole reason why people even get frustrated with the whole is because the guy can literally wear like anything. I've literally had guys come into my classes with their shirts off, with tank tops on, or wearing the shortest shorts I've ever seen, even though it's winter. Like, it's like not a big deal at all. Like, they can just come and sit down and it's fine. If a girl, like, she so happens her shirt slides off a little bit and the bra strap is there, it's just like, it's such a big deal. And they make it like huge. I literally seen girls getting dragged out of class. Like, it's weird. So it's not a valid reason. It's very stupid to me. I don't really get why we're excusing, or they try to pull the whole boys will be boys. That's why they really can't control themselves. They're like these sex machines. That's all they're thinking about on go. We have to change what we're doing for a man. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I
I think it's weird that the system already expects guys to be objectifying us by the things we wear. Like, that's weird. You already setting us up. And, you know, it's splitting the sexist thing in the middle. I really think in my school, when girls get dress coded, I don't ever hear them talk about comparing themselves to the guys. I always hear them compare body types, how they see other girls wear a skirt and don't get dress coded. I always hear the girls compare themselves, like, she wore this. Why? Yo,
We get what you're saying.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if I can have on the same dress as somebody that's 90 pounds, and it's gonna be a lot shorter on me. Like I can't. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. Like it's just gonna be shorter. Like I don't think it should be situational. I think it should be just a say. If you gonna have a dress code, and it should apply to everybody.
If she allowed to wear it, I can too.
Yeah,
and I think some of it start in the household too. Like, as parents, you should be teaching your sons and daughters how to simply respect people, not just their bodies, but respect them in general. Because I actually had a guy come ask me, like, what would I do if he was to touch me? And one, that's an ignorant question. I should have. Never mind. But anyway, you feel me? It made me angry that somebody would even ask me a question like that. Like, what do you even take me for? And I met his sister, and she no different than him. And I just think it started at home. Some of it comes from what you're being taught, your environment, what's being put in front of you. Even though you are a product of your decisions, not your environment.
It's still a big part, though. Like, if your household is hatred, that's what you're going to bring out to the world. Exactly. Since you brought up household, even when somebody's coming over, like family member or something, and they'll tell them to like change their clothes. Oh, your uncle coming over. Okay.
Yeah. Right. If you don't trust me on that man should be in the house.
Exactly.
I hate that saying.
Y'all putting that in their head is making them think they the problem. They gotta change themselves to make other people comfortable. No.
Or like the different things we do or can't have because it make us too fast or too grown. Like, I always hear red nails is too mature for a little girl, or a skirt shouldn't be worn without shorts up under it. I mean, that's class and respect, but like, shouldn't be rooted that deeply.
They do the same thing with hairstyles. I hate that with hairstyles.
Straightening your hair is grown.
Yeah, like it's cute. Why are you doing all that? That's weird. Yeah,
like I feel like it shouldn't be a problem unless you damaging the child hair. Like if you giving the child hair damage, throwing a hot comb on every day, it's a problem.
Okay. There are people saying they think students get dress coded in school because the teachers are actually the ones distracted and not the students. What are your thoughts on the statement? Do you think it's true?
I think it's true because there's some really nasty, adults out there that would take a job as a teacher just for reasons like that.
Mhm.
Like you hear every week on the news is, oh, this teacher slept with this student, blah 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 blah, and like, just gross.
Yeah. Like, I think they go back to, like, your point, Megan. We're in the 21st century. I notice now that our generation is starting to turn to fashion more and not appropriacy. Like, no, we really don't separate the two anymore, how adults do.
Yeah.
So I think the teachers are the ones being protected with the dress code and the students are.
And if you
Because it's
decide
like,
you don't need to work there.
yeah, we
You don't need
be
to
on
work
social
there.
media. This stuff we see on the regular.
That's what I'm saying. We have seen each other in less clothing than we wear to school, if I'm being completely honest. Seeing you sit here with some ripped jeans is not going to, like, turn me on. But a teacher, I'm just saying, like, some of them teachers up there, they really be giving you like a little side. It's like, excuse me. When a guy dress codes you, I'm just saying, that's not normal.
At my school, they don't let guys dress code because my third block teacher, he wanted to dress code me, and he had to go and get a female teacher and tell her to do it.
Ain't people looking at you like that?
Right. Like, you shouldn't even know I have clothes on right now. You shouldn't even know who I am.
Literally, my friend, we were walking by, it was my principal, which that sucks at that school. That rule isn't at my school. And he came up to my friend, he told her something was wrong with her shirt. Like, she had it, like, tied up. Like, you tie it up, like, in a little knot where it's showing your belly. So she took the tie and she undid it. Like, okay, now my shirt's fine. He looked at her pants and then said that something was wrong with her pants. Like, they had rips in it or something like that. Like, that's a little weird, sir. You were trying to find a reason to, like, bring this girl to the office. We had some weird teachers.
He definitely was plotting on y'all. I don't think we'll ever understand how grown men could praise younger women more than they can these fully developed grown women who got everything.
No, I'm a little girl. I was literally born like 2 days ago. Like, it just don't, like, there's real women like that know what you be talking about. Like, I'm not even like, just
women they age will not take their bull, so they gonna prey on the younger.
That's probably why, because they know like how gullible and undeveloped we are, how much more learning we have to do, how much getting out in the world we have to get into. I think that's probably one reason why older men target younger girls than they do smart women. I mean, but you do have some mature and smart young ladies who aren't gullible enough to get taken advantage of, because again, in their household, that's stuff they've been protected from. My sister may think it's me just being paranoid, but I always tell her it's important, to be one step ahead with any and everybody you meet, because you never know nobody's full intentions. No matter how much they tell you about them, you never know. So it's always important to be paranoid about any and everything. My bad, not the lecture, but it's just like, it's just sickening that we even have to have them kind of mindsets in order to protect ourselves. It's sad that we ever walk around this globe thinking everybody out to get us just to stay protected or just to stay prepared for the worst. It's like triggering.
Got you. Okay, now we're going to get into ask the question. Do you think as Black women you get called out more for dress code than others would?
Yes, but I don't think it's a race thing. I think it's like what we was talking about earlier, like with the body type thing. You don't see a lot of white girls that's like built up like that. So I think it's more like this dress look a whole lot different on me than it is gonna look on Sandy over there. So they're not even looking at Sandy like that.
Sandy? Not Sally? Sandy? Okay.
No, Sandy.
Yeah, Sandy is very much 1940.
I just watched Grease, y'all. Like,
that's wild. That girl said Sandy. What? That's true. It's weird, but if you could create your own dress code for guys, what would it be?
And for them to express themselves, something seriously wrong with you if you getting turned on by what their shoulders being out. I mean, it's the difference between expressing yourself with your wardrobe and just simply being appropriate. Like, we know what's not appropriate. As humans, that's something you should already know. You being ignorant if you see through and you can see your nipples and everything else showing. That's ignorance. That's just being intolerable because you already know when you got that on that's inappropriate. But like, I just think you should just express yourself in an appropriate way. That'll be my dress code. Do what you want.
I agree with Dynasty. As long as you don't, have your giblets out, then ain't no wrong. Like, Anything else, like that's nothing I can't see if I go to a swimming pool. So
Keep
I don't
it
really
good.
see. I feel like I heard this before. Like I feel like if you see the swimming pool, then you should be able to see it everywhere else. Like I feel like nothing is inappropriate as long as I'm not like being blinded. Like I need to shield my toddler away from me. Like
Exactly.
I just don't think we need a dress code. Like people know not to be stupid.
Yeah.
Do they? I don't really get that either. You know, like swimsuits and like underwear are like the same thing.
Pretty much.
So why is one considered like, oh my God, you can't wear that outside of your house? Like I'm basically wearing that at the beach.
Exactly.
My dress code would be because y'all so nice, London, wear what they want to wear. No, you can't show no type of skin at all, like not even your hands. Even when you come to school, make sure you got some gloves on. Like, stop playing with me. Because if we can't show anything, y'all can't show anything. You can't wear hats though. We got to see your hair because sometimes they be like hair fishing and they really don't be that cute, like without their hair. So it's like, you can't wear hats. Make sure you show that. So like, none of these girls out here get caught fast. No piercings, and make sure that you look cute without them earrings.
My God, sorry.
But that's when they not even coming to school.
I know they're gonna be absent every day. I'm playing y'all. I'm just like y'all.
Oh, we was better off with uniforms, man.
No, yeah.
No, for real. I think we better off with uniforms because majority of the problems we having with this dress code, we did not have then. We still have a dress code now. But with the uniforms, we did not worry about all of these.
Nobody ever got dress code because dress code was like, don't not wear your uniform. Like,
yeah. Well, like, we can wear, like, you know, fishnet stockings is now a trend. But, like, to older people in their generation, I think those fishnet stockings had a different purpose. So, like, the girls at our school will wear fishnet stockings with their uniform skirts and would get dress coded for it. From their perspective, they was looking at it like, it's just fashion, it's just stockings. But the older people were looking at it like that because in their time, fishnet stockings had a different purpose. So, yeah.
yes. I literally told my mom like 2 days ago, I was like, I want these fishnets to wear under my jeans because it looks cute. And she was like, you're not a prostitute. I'm like, okay, just forget it. Like, just forget it.
Hey,
what are you doing?
She came right out with it.
Right.
Man, say what she said. Talk about your own experience being dress coded.
I got dress coded like last week because I had a shirt on and I had went that whole day without getting dress coded. And I put my backpack on and then my shirt looked up a little bit. You could see this much skin. Couldn't even see my belly button. It was literally this much skin. And I was walking past the principal on the way to the bus. It's 3:05. School's out. And he said, don't wear that again. Yes, he.
But he's a man. What do you mean?
Like, you know, like, like you shouldn't care.
True. Dynasty, go ahead.
I can't think of a time I've been dress coded.
Have you never been dress coded before?
For real.
No, she wasn't the lucky ones.
Right.
Yeah, because majority of my school years, I was wearing uniform for one. And my wardrobe consists of stuff people call grandma clothes or like business women clothes. I get told every day that I look like somebody's teacher by the things I wear. Like, y'all know my little cardigans, cute little purse. Nothing I wear shows breast or butt, and I don't have neither one of them, so I'm really no matter. I lack in both areas.
I don't got nothing either, and I got dress coded.
Yeah.
Whose dog is barking?
Can y'all hear my dog?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
I was wearing leggings and a shirt, and I was walking with my friend. We was in the courtyard. Her name was Miss Smiley. She pulled me over. She just coded me, but I was like, she told me my butt was showing. Like, my shirt didn't cover my butt. I thought it was funny because, like I said, like, curvier. I'm not curvy whatsoever. I'm just saying, y'all have seen me.
Y'all know how I'm built. Dress code is a problem for me literally every day. So I have to keep an extra shirt and a pair of knees in my locker in case they want to dress code me, be funny with me that day. Because I can't prepare. Because I know it's coming. And it's happened 3 times this year. School just started. It's getting ghetto at this point.
Ghetto. You gotta trick the system. Basically, what I do when I get dress coded, I'm not putting on these smelly little clothes in the lost and found. You go up there, you get your little friend. Oh, you got a sweatshirt I can borrow. It cover your butt, cover your boom boom, whatever you need. They gonna check it properly. Okay, she changed her clothes. By like second period, change back.
We got ignorant teachers who really will dress code you in the middle of the day. They don't care. We can't wear a crop.
Really?
What's the reason? What's the reason?
We can't wear them because it's a safety hazard. They say, like, you know, the holes, and like we can't wear open toe shoes and sandals at that school. So like, yeah, and some girls be trying to wear thick socks with their Crocs to make the situation better when they really don't. It's a lot of reasons why we shouldn't have a dress code and why we should, but I just feel like when some students at school choose to be ignorant about it, that's when it's a problem. That's when dress code not a problem, I mean.
Yeah, I can't say nothing because I broke the rules all the time. They told me not to wear crop tops. I was like, why? What's showing my belly gonna do? And I wore a crop top. What are you talking about? They told me not to wear Crocs. Even if I didn't own Crocs, I would probably go out and buy some Crocs just to wear them. Because what's gonna happen? I'm gonna step in a puddle. But I get what y'all saying.
I don't know what I would do with the no Crocs. Bro. I have 14 pairs of Crocs, guys, and I'd probably shoot myself. Like, if I can wear my Crocs, like, I don't know what I would do. Like,
that's the thing.
That'd be the end of my world.
They're popular now, so that's probably all that them girls own for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like dress code should even be a thing anymore? Why or why not?
I think it's situational. Honestly, like, if you don't had the dress code for this long and students were still not obeying it, then you should and it was causing a problem, like they was wearing stuff that like could endanger them, like the girl was saying. Or like if they wearing stuff that's like super out of dress code, like a naked lady on their shirt, then it should be a problem. But I mean, then you should like keep enforcing it. But I feel like if you go into a school and the students like laid back, and even if they do break the dress code, it's not like hurting nobody. It's not like a dress code. I mean, it's not like an outfit where your vagina's hanging out of the dress. Like it's just a regular outfit. Then I think you can take the dress code away. You know how the students gonna enter that school, so I think it's just depend on that.
Exactly.
True. I just feel like our generation is they want to be a rebel. So like you put a dress code in order, they gonna come to school out of dress code. That's just what it is. Kind of like what I was saying. Some people literally have my mindset like for real, like not even as a joke. So like no dress code. I don't know. They still might come up whatever, but they got common sense. They just choose not to use it. What Maegan said, it should be fine. I think. If we don't have a dress code, but then I don't know. People might go.
Things gonna get crazy without.
Yeah, right. It might be like insane
because we got a no pajamas rule. I'm 100% sure people would come to school in pajamas every single day if there was no dress code.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Now that right there is not appropriate.
I ain't think about that.
Like how do you separate home in a school environment with somebody wearing pajamas?
Like really, if I got pajamas to school, and I take school serious that day. Like I'm comfortable. I'm coming to school because I have to.
I could understand sweats, but like pajama pants.
Yeah, like full, 2-piece pajama sets. Those are kind of cute, but like they're not school,
They might be. They 2-piece for a reason. Wear it.
Anyway, sorry.
For people to start taking me seriously. So we definitely want to end on a high note. So I want to play one more quick game. This time we're going to play Would You Rather, dress code edition to stay on topic. Go ahead and come up with these magical Would You Rathers.
Okay, would you rather...
Dang, hold up. I wasn't ready. Go ahead.
Okay, would you rather your school ban jewelry for everyone or your school ban shoes except black forces?
I don't know.
I feel like school would get pretty violent if there was a black forces rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one.
I'm surprised you said the Dynasty because I've never seen you with that.
Yeah, I don't do tennis shoes. Well, I used to be a sneakerhead back when I was with my mom and all of that. But now that's different. So like for me, it would be Dan and Jordan. Because like you just said, with the black forces, I think school to get dangerous or violent.
Right.
I don't care about shoes. So either way, I'm trying to be a shoe head though. I'm getting there.
Yeah, me too, guys. I bought my first pair of Jordans and I'm so proud of myself.
Good job, Maegan. Big Maegan.
It's my first pair of not Crocs in like 2 years.
Okay. Would y'all rather your school require all baggy clothes or require specific colors for y'all to wear every day?
Baggy.
You think
so? I wear baggy anyway.
You can dress that up though. Like if I'm getting stuck with wearing red every day, I'm gonna get bored of that.
No, there's no way. Yeah. Wear red every day? Ew.
Because then that means I'm gonna have to find a different kinds of red and different kinds of fits with just that color.
It's too much. And then on the weekends you ain't gonna have nothing but red in your closet.
And they gonna pick the color I look the worst in. So just know.
That was good. Good question. Okay. Would y'all rather not be able to wear jeans anymore? Like they ban jeans. Or they ban t-shirts. Like y'all have to always wear a dressy type shirt.
Oh, that one. I like the dress shirt idea.
Dang.
Wait, but when you say take away jeans and replace them with what? Like, would they gonna be stuck wearing skirts? Slacks?
Let me look at the ugliest pants.
Some girls at our age don't like wearing slacks.
I hate wearing jeans because they're jeans are just so uncomfortable. But I think I would go with the jeans though.
I can do the dressy top because you just said what kind of dressy top?
Like always got to be long sleeve. Even
never mind.
In the hot, like
it's giving hot. It's giving hot.
When you wear jeans, you be getting hot too. So
I need dressing top.
Yeah, I'll say no. I'll say I'd rather do the get rid of jeans.
I can't get rid of jeans. Those are my favorite. I'm not wearing a classy top either. Ew.
She said, ew.
How y'all feeling after that chat?
Like it's time to break the dress code.
It seemed like they're not. Who create the dress code? The board? Civil education? Do they create whoever created the dress code? It seemed like the system. Okay, well, it seemed like the school systems aren't budging about the dress codes nor changing them. So I feel like we as like students should be doing more to understand them, so we won't have problems with them. That might be boring to some people, but I think it's just less drama to deal with.
I agree.
You don't like conflict.
Yeah.
Some people.
Wait, I have a question though.
Go ahead.
Y'all know how we have the Jefferson County Board of Education?
Mm-hmm.
And like I assume y'all got like the Birmingham City Board of Education. There's a big one, right? That's over all of Alabama, right? Is that who makes the dress code, or is it like the little boards, like Jefferson County, Birmingham, and all that?
Do y'all think they make them specifically for like each school or like the activities in each school?
Yeah, because we can wear Crocs and y'all can. So
Yeah.
I think it's based on school.
I think because like so much happened at our school, so like I can understand why they think Crocs would be a safety hazard.
I feel like there's a rule. It's one particular list of rules for every school, but I think the schools choose how they want to put it out there. Like, can y'all wear ripped jeans at y'all school?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay, we can't wear wrists above the knee.
Okay, well, ripped at all.
Yeah. See, nah, we could do that.
But I be wearing wrists above
Yeah,
the knee.
your
today.
school different, Dynasty.
Or like
I don't think
symbols
they
on
can.
your shirt. Some dude came in there with a skull and a devil, and he had to go change his shirt because it offended one of our Muslim students.
Your school's strict.
But, yeah, or like well, this one is totally understandable. He came with, y'all know them V-long shirts that have the girl on the front of it, like almost bent over dang near. He had on one of them. Yeah, and got sent right back through that metal detector.
You got metal detectors?
Yes,
have
we
no
do.
detectors.
And we got the little scan thingy. And I don't like the fact that it's a man doing it. He be brief with it though. He be brief with it. He be like, you go.
That feels like a prisoner to me. I would get mad.
It's just so much happened there, y'all. If only you knew, you would completely understand. Cause I get it.
I want us to have metal detectors, and I want them to enforce our backpass policy more. Cause school shootings are real for real. Like I just like the whole them not enforcing us putting our backpacks in our lockers do not see right with me. Like y'all just asking for something like.
We do need clothes.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining me again and having this conversation for all of the young girls and young boys everywhere. To everyone listening, thanks for tuning in. And again, I'm your host, Zahreia Robinson, and this was Dress Codes Be Like on the We Are the Flora Pearl podcast.